The man talking to your 7-year-old seemed so helpful and kind. You're loading groceries. Your daughter is right next to your cart. A friendly man approaches her. "Sweetheart, I lost my puppy. Can you help me look for him near my car?" She doesn't scream. She doesn't run. She starts walking toward his vehicle. 3 other parents saw this happen. None moved. There were 10 warning signs in those 30 seconds. Most adults only caught 1. You were taught, don't talk to strangers, and beware of the white van. But your brain can only recognize threats it has patterns for. When you picture a kidnapper, you see a creepy stranger in a beat-up van, right? Here's reality. 90% of child abductions are by someone the child knows. Your brain overestimates threats from movies and news while missing subtle grooming happening right under your nose. And when children are truly scared, they often freeze, appearing compliant when they're actually terrified. So, while you're scanning for suspicious vans, you're relaxed around the helpful coach or caring neighbor showing too much interest in your child. This isn't your fault. Your brain was trained this way. There's a calmer, smarter way to protect your child without becoming paranoid. Predators follow predictable behavioral patterns, not based on looks, based on actions. I call this the Kidnapper red flag checklist. The coach who assaulted 12 kids, he used 8 of these patterns. The helpful stranger at 3 schools last month, every single one. The first sign is something most parents actually praise their children for. Let me walk you through the 10 patterns that predators use, starting with the 3 approach tactics that happen during first contact. Number 1, the helpful stranger. This is when an adult asks your child for help. Finding a lost pet, carrying something heavy, opening a car door, giving directions, anything that puts your child in the helper role. Here's why this works so well. It completely reverses the normal adult-child dynamic. Instead of an adult offering help to a child, now the child feels responsible for helping the adult. This taps directly into your child's natural empathy and all that politeness training you've worked so hard to instill. Picture your son at school pickup. A man approaches him carrying a stack of boxes and says, "Hey buddy, my back is killing me. Can you help me carry these to my car real quick?" Your child wants to be helpful. That's how you raised him. But here's what you need to teach your child. Adults should ask other adults for help, not children. If a grown-up asks you to help them, say, "I need to ask my parent first." Number 2, car window conversation. This is when someone starts talking to your child from inside a vehicle and calls them closer to hear better. The psychology here is brilliant and terrifying. The adult appears non-threatening because they're not getting out of the car, but they're actually creating 2 things: isolation and proximity to their escape method. Imagine you're at the park, distracted by a phone call. A car pulls up to the curb and the driver motions to your daughter. "Hey, sweetie, can you come here for a second? I can't hear you from over there. Do you know how to get to the elementary school?" As she walks closer to that car window, she's moving away from you and toward their vehicle. Teach your child, never go near a car window. If someone needs help, they can ask the adult watching you. Number 3, too interested in your kid. This is when an adult fixates on your specific child, asking excessive questions about their schedule, their preferences, their family details. This is the target selection phase. The predator is gathering intelligence for future contact. They want to know when your child is most vulnerable and what appeals to them personally. At soccer practice, pay attention to the volunteer who remembers your daughter's birthday but forgets other kids' names, who asks about your family schedule but doesn't show the same interest in other families, who knows your child's favorite color, favorite snack, what time she gets home from school. This makes your child feel special, but it's actually data collection. Tell your child, if an adult asks lots of questions about our family or your schedule, tell me right away. You've just seen the first 3 approach patterns. Now let's talk about what happens after initial contact, when someone starts building a relationship with your child. Number 4, the gift giver. This is about giving special gifts, treats, or money, especially secret gifts meant only for one child. The assistant soccer coach who brings special snacks just for your son and says, "This is between us guys." The music teacher who gives your daughter a little toy and mentions, "This is our little secret." The neighbor who slips your child $5 and says, "Don't tell your parents, they might not understand." Research shows that gift giving creates a powerful psychological sense of obligation. It establishes a special relationship while training your child to keep secrets from you. Good adults want parents to know about gifts. Teach your child, "Tell me about any gifts adults give you." People who care about you want your family to know about nice things. Number 5, alone time obsessed. This pattern is about consistently seeking opportunities to be alone with your child. Extra practice sessions, car rides, after-hours help, special projects. Your daughter's music teacher frequently keeps her after-group lessons for advanced instruction. Your son's coach always volunteers to give him rides home. The youth group leader always picks your child for special one-on-one mentoring time. Predators need isolation from witnesses. They're testing boundaries while removing your child's safety net of other protective adults. Teach your child, "Adults should want other adults around when helping kids. Ask me before staying alone with any grown-up." Number 6, the boundary pusher. This is inappropriate touch disguised as play or affection. Extended hugs, tickling that continues after the child says stop, lap-sitting, accidental contact during normal activities. Think about that family friend who insists on long goodbye hugs even when your child seems uncomfortable, who tickles until your child says stop, then continues playfully, who finds excuses for physical contact that make you feel slightly uneasy but seem innocent enough. This is the desensitization process. Each boundary that gets crossed makes the next one easier to cross. Your child's nervous system is learning that their discomfort doesn't matter when an adult wants something. Tell your child, "Your body belongs to you." If someone's touch makes you uncomfortable, you can always say no, even to people we know and like. Number 7, the parent bypasser. This is when someone communicates directly with your child while excluding you from the conversation. Secret texting, private conversations, criticism of parents, creating a special bond that deliberately excludes family. Your neighbor who texts your child directly instead of going through you, who makes comments like, "Your parents worry too much," or "You're so much more mature than they realize," who shares special secrets and creates an us versus them dynamic. This undermines your authority and creates a loyalty conflict in your child's mind. Good adults include parents in relationships with children. Teach your child. Good adults include your parents in conversations. Tell me if someone wants to keep secrets from our family. The final 3 patterns are what happen when someone moves from grooming to action. These don't just target your child. They're designed to overwhelm your ability to think clearly too. Number 8, fake trust and authority. This is impersonating someone trustworthy or using fake authority. "Your mom sent me to pick you up." Wearing fake credentials, using names and personal details to seem legitimate. A man approaches your child at the playground and says, "Hi Emma, your mom Sarah had an emergency and sent me to get you. She said to tell you she's sorry she couldn't come herself, but she's waiting at the hospital." He knows your child's name. He knows your name. Your child has been taught to trust adults in emergencies. Her compliance training is now working against her. This is why smart families have a password system. Teach your child, "We have a family password. Real emergencies will always include our special word." Number 9, the shadow. This is repeated presence near your child's routine locations without a clear legitimate purpose. The same person noticed multiple times near school, at the grocery store, hanging around the playground without children of their own. This is surveillance behavior. The predator is learning your family's patterns, timing, and vulnerabilities. When does your child walk alone? When are you distracted? When are there fewer witnesses around? Most parents notice something's off, but dismiss it as coincidence. Trust that instinct. Tell your child, notice if you see the same adult multiple places where kids play. Tell me about people you see more than once. Number 10. The crisis creator. This final pattern is about manufacturing urgent situations, fake emergencies, no time to check with anyone, artificial time pressure designed to bypass normal safety protocols. Your mom is hurt and asked me to bring you to the hospital right away. There's no time to call anyone. We need to leave now. There's been an accident and I need to get you home immediately. When your nervous system hits panic mode, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that makes logical decisions, goes offline. This happens to children and adults. Acute stress is designed to make you act first and think later. Real emergency responders have badges, radios, and official vehicles. Real emergencies involving children always involve contacting parents first. Teach your child, real emergencies never mean we can't call mom and dad. Emergency people have badges and ways to contact parents. Now you know what to look for. But knowing these signs is only half the story. Imagine this. Next week, you're back at that same grocery store parking lot. But this time, when a friendly stranger approaches your child asking for help, you immediately recognize sign number 1. You see him positioning himself between your child and you. That's sign number 2 starting to develop. You notice he somehow knows your child's name. Hello, sign number 8. Instead of freezing in panic or second-guessing yourself, you calmly walk over and say, "Everything okay here? Can I help you with something?" Your child looks relieved. The man quickly says he's fine and walks away. Crisis avoided, and your child just learned that you're paying attention and that you'll step in when something feels off. In the medium term, your child confidently says, "I need to check with my mom first," when adults make requests. Your family has a code word that feels like a fun secret rather than a scary rule. You feel equipped instead of helpless when watching children in public spaces. Here's the beautiful part. When your nervous system is regulated and you have a clear framework for recognizing danger, your child's developing nervous system receives the signal that they're safe and protected. Psychologists call this co-regulation. Your calm confidence becomes their calm confidence. Long-term, your child grows up with healthy awareness without paranoia. They learn to trust their instincts while still being kind to people. And you become the calm, observant protector rather than the panicked parent who's afraid of everyone. But here's the ripple effect that matters most. Your awareness doesn't just protect your own child. That day at the grocery store when you intervene, you might be protecting someone else's child too. Your willingness to step up and ask questions could be exactly what breaks the pattern. I know you might be thinking, this sounds like a recipe for paranoia. Am I supposed to be suspicious of everyone now? Here's what I want you to understand. This isn't about suspicion, it's about awareness. You already notice when something feels wrong. This just gives your instincts better vocabulary. Most of these interventions aren't dramatic confrontations. They're subtle shifts, moving closer to your child, including another adult in the conversation, changing the environment. The fear of false accusations is real, and I get it. But consider this. What's the bigger risk? A moment of mild social awkwardness or missing the signs that could protect your child? And you might be thinking, I don't have time to memorize 10 complicated signs. You don't need to memorize anything. Start with the 3 patterns that happen in your current routine. Pickup, drop-off, weekend activities. These become automatic pattern recognition. Just like noticing when someone's following too close while driving. The goal isn't hypervigilance. That's exhausting and unsustainable. The goal is healthy awareness that feels natural and calm. Here's what I want you to do tonight. Teach your child one simple response phrase. I need to check with my mom first, or I need to check with my dad first. Practice it a few times. Make it feel natural. Then talk to your partner about the 3 red flags that stood out most to you from this video. Create family awareness without creating family fear. Remember that parking lot scene from the beginning? The helpful stranger asking your child to find his lost puppy? Now you'd recognize all 10 red flags before he finished his first sentence. The request for help, the movement toward his vehicle, the way he isolated your child from your sightline. But more than that, you'd know exactly what to do about it. You can't child-proof the whole world, but you can parent-proof your child's world by choosing what to notice. You don't need to be a paranoid parent. You just need to be the adult who refuses to ignore these 10 patterns. If this helped shift how you think about child safety, subscribe for more approaches to parenting that build confidence instead of fear. Because protecting our children starts with protecting our own peace of mind.